Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Gates of Krystalia, the card-driven isekai style tabletop RPG. This is now available in 6 languages, and they have recently released Last Deux. This is the expansion, the advanced rulebook, and it is so surprising. It contains so many things concerning the setting, optional things for the characters, even solo rules. Definitely check it out. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products and check out their recent release, Final Frontier. This is a streamlined sci-fi tabletop RPG where you get to explore space, for justice, for profit, for both. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Today I am starting my review series featuring the expansion for Gates of Krystalia. If you haven't seen my ongoing review of the core book, please check out the playlist in the description of this video, because with this moment we are focusing on the Last Deux Advanced Rulebook expansion. And what does this bring to the table? It brings so many things. It brings material for the game world, that is, the fictional and the real world within the fictional setting. This means that you have information on the various worlds such as Gaia Prime, Mecha Genesis, or Lumina, but you also have information on the real world such as, of course, Earth, the school environment, the romance system, the typical beach trip that you can see in so many anime series, manga, video games, school trips, cultural festivals, it's all here. And solo rules. We actually have solo rules for this isekai expansion. I can't wait to tell you all about it. There's information on how to create creatures, the dungeons. Okay. Let me stop myself because I am so excited and I want to give you a more detailed rundown. Now let's talk about the quality of the PDF. The quality is superb. Everything is well written, organized and explained. The document is fully bookmarked and hyperlinked with excellent anime style images. The graphic design, the layout, the font, everything is easy on the eyes. And it's a really good balance. It's not exactly minimalistic, it's colorful, but without becoming like a bit too baroque or perhaps too how you call it, too quiche. So overall, the quality, chef's kiss, perfect. Now let's talk about the contents. As expected, you have an introduction to this book. Now here I have some criticisms. There is so much about creating your story, storytelling, telling the story. This is a tabletop role-playing game. You are playing a game, and you are playing a role. You're not telling stories to anyone. You can tell stories about the game after the session has concluded. After you have finished the session, now you have a story because of everything that happened, all of the events, the encounters that occurred during the role-playing game session. But this is not a storytelling game. This is not a storytelling RPG hybrid game like Children of the Fall, Raven, the Hardy Boys, Steam Build Riders. Those games have mechanisms to mesh storytelling with roleplay, but this is I've gone through the mechanics. There is not a single thing that encourages like a complete storytelling system. This is role-playing game. This is not telling a story. So the introduction is not exactly very good, but it's a dialogue between the Last Deux, which is like a stand-in for the game master, and the character Nami Kuroda, your official guide for Gates of Krystalia. So it's all about creating worlds so that the players can interact with such worlds, not to tell stories about the worlds, but to actually experience the game world as their characters. You have details on how to use this book. You have information on how to integrate things with the core book, how you do not need to use everything. There's so much here. It is a staggering amount of goodness. So you could feel overwhelmed, but remember, you don't need to use everything in this book. Although I would personally try, because it is so good. The material here is excellent. And so this book is useful for both the Deuce, or the Game Master, and the players. As the Deuce, or Game Master, you have plenty of material here to help you with your descriptions, the narrative, the adventure seeds, the structure of it all, and quick generation as well. And for the players, you have so much when it comes to further developing your character thematically and mechanically, but you also have the solo rules. And those solo rules also means that you can play this game as a co-op role-playing game without a game master, GM-less experience. You also have details on the possible future expansions, covering everything from races, classes, enemies, rules, mechanics. It could be pretty much the entirety of the game. The core book is a complete experience, but this is an entire universe. Gates of Krystalia is probably one of the strongest isekai proponents in the tabletop RPG semiotic domain. Incredible. And this concludes this part of the review series. In the next part, we are going to talk about the narration section, containing everything from story seeds, but like I said, you're not telling a story. I would rather call it scenario or adventure seeds, but everything concerning the structure, the description. You're going to love this section as long as you manage to understand what is actually a tabletop role-playing game. This introduction section undoubtedly is a bit lackluster. Someone that wants to play a tabletop RPG is going to start reading and they're going to think, so is this like role-playing or storytelling? Am I telling a story, or am I actually the character in the game interacting with the game world, right? But overall, the expansion is so impressive, so definitely keep watching this series. There are so many sections that I want to cover right now, but I'll take it step by step, and I really want to show you the solo rules as well. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master, and remember, in tabletop RPGs, you are not telling stories about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.